There are so many things we can enjoy in the Burning Crusade pre-patch, and today I will cover those being very important if you wish to be as ready as possible for this upcoming expansion. We can obtain a limited tabard that has a unique use effect and only a 5-minute cooldown, and in the game there won't really be any other tabard with a use effect. All you gotta do is to head to the Dark Portal where you pick up this quest. Next, slay 6 of these demons and head back to the quest giver to obtain Tabard of the Protector. This will only be doable during the pre-patch, so yeah, it is a limited item. Bank slots has been made cheaper, so if you're lacking inventory space, well, then you could buy the remaining slots and drag in items to clean up your own inventory. And talking about cleaning up your inventory, sell items on the auction house or to a vendor to make sure you're ready to pick up new things in Outland. We can finally head into Caverns of Times in Tanaris, and in here there will be a vendor selling Burning Crusade things such as water, food, and armor. As of right now, these things are purchasable, but it might end up being changed by Blizzard. In the pre-patch, an epic riding skill is being introduced, and the price for an epic mount has been reduced, so the total price is less than 700 gold, way cheaper compared to Classic. And don't worry, those of you who were already using an epic mount in Classic will automatically receive this riding skill, so you don't need to spend hundreds of gold to continue using it. Talking about mounts, those of you with leftover time could start farming mounts in the pre-patch. Just be aware, the moment you loot one of these, you won't automatically receive an epic riding skill. And yes, you will still need to get to Exalted with other factions in order to obtain their mounts, but these mounts are now way cheaper. Another important thing to do is to head to a class trainer. In the pre-patch, some classes are unlocking many new spells, even lower level ones. Mages can learn new portals, and all classes will learn their level 60 spells without having to use the books from Ankarai or buying those on the auction house for hundreds of gold. But don't leave your class trainer yet. We have unlocked the new talent trees, and some of those might learn you a new spell you gotta upgrade as well, so make sure to do this. At the same time, you would probably like to try the different specializations, as some classes are going to be way better. Another thing you can start doing is to respec into the best solo leveling spec or the best for dungeon leveling, or a combination of both with dual specialization. Remember to learn all the different weapon skills and level those to 300. You will be getting many upgrades in Outland, and you don't want to get an upgrade to figure out your weapon skill is 1 and you won't be able to hit the enemies. You could be doing this at the same time as you're preparing 25 completed quests. Yeah, it is an important preparation if you wish to get ahead of the competition and don't be forced to level in Hellfire, unless you're planning to dungeon level. I have already made a quick level 61 preparation video you can find in the description, but there's an add-on making it way easier for you to follow each individual step. Not only will you be getting a preparation guide, but there's a 1 to 70 leveling guide as well. Be aware, it is a paid version, but I will leave a link to this add-on in the description below the video. Those of you who don't want to prepare quests could be cleaning up your quest log so you're ready to pick up everything in Hellfire, Sangemarsh, and the other Outland zones. Another thing that has a big impact on your leveling speed is your gear. Yeah, some level 60 epics can be used all the way up to level 70. And the amazing thing is that we can no longer rank up in the pre-patch, therefore the different PvP items no longer requires a rank. All you gotta do now is just to provide honor and BG marks. Back in Burning Crusade Classic 2021, these items were fairly expensive, but in Anniversary we will need to provide less honor and BG marks, making it a quick and efficient way to gear up. However, Blizzard are constantly changing the prices, so what you see right here might be very different today. We can of course obtain better items from PvE, such as Blackwing Lair, Ankarai, and Extremis, and the benefit here is that most of these items can be used all the way up to level 70, but they are of course more difficult to obtain. The next preparation takes a lot of time, but it is to farm 100 of each battleground mark and 75,000 honor. Doing so allows you to instantly buy yourself rare and epic items at level 70. I know these items are mainly for PvP, but some classes will in fact be using these while they're progressing in PvE until they start doing heroics and raids. I've updated all my different add-ons and started to search for new ones I'll be using in Burning Crusade. Yeah, it is great to do so to make sure everything is working. And those of you who won't be using add-ons can use the new edit mode that allows you to customize and change many things just by using the Blizzard default UI. Now is the perfect time to look for a new guild, or just to find a guild, as many of those are currently searching for new members. What about those of you starting your journey in the Burning Crusade pre-patch? Well, now is a perfect time to play either a Blood Elf or a Draenei. Those characters are starting at level 1, but we can boost them to 58. Those boosting a character to 58 will have a huge advantage, as you will soon be level 60 and ready to start doing classic raids. In those classic raids you might find your future guild, and every time a new member is being invited into a raid team, well, then it should be more difficult for those of you leveling up to find yourself a raid team. Yet another important thing to do is to farm gold. This can be done through questing, farming dungeons, or selling boost in dungeons. Or you could collect materials in the open world and sell those on the auction house. No matter what, making gold is going to be important, as you will need a lot of this for epic flying skill, new upgrades, and consumables. Level your professions to 300 so you're ready to pick up new profession materials in Outland, and level your main professions so you can craft different things such as new, green, rare, and eventually epic items you can use at level 70. Here's a small trick: we can prepare classic materials and use those to quickly speed level our professions at the start up to around 320, and for some professions up to 335. This saves us a lot of gold, as many of the new Burning Crusade materials will be so expensive. Therefore, I've made a video where I talk about all the classic materials we can use to speed level the different professions. This video has been left in the description. If you have an alchemy or tailoring alt, then make sure to level this character to a minimum of level 50, as you will need to be level 50 to learn the new profession skills. However, if you level your tailoring alt to 60, you can become a specialist and craft 2 cloth instead of 1. Head to the auction house and buy different consumables, such as potions, elixirs, flasks, scrolls, everything that just increases your character's performance to make it a bit easier for you to level up in Outland. Those of you playing Alliance and who plan to quest in Hellfire should head to Blasted Lands in the pre-patch and buy an item. This item is used in a Burning Crusade quest, so why not do this now, instead of heading to Hellfire to figure out you'll need to go back to Blasted Lands. Those of you who will level a Blood Elf Paladin, Draenei Shaman, or boost a character to 58 could pre-buy items for your leveling or for max level, as some of those are still rather cheap, but I do believe some items might increase in price, as there will be plenty of people boosting a character to 58 and many people leveling the 2 new races. Exactly why I've already pre-purchased some of the items I will be using, including different consumables. And if you're going to level a Draenei Shaman or a Blood Elf Paladin, then I would highly recommend you to check out 2 of my different videos explaining leveling strategies, tips and tricks, what gear I will be using, and where I will be questing from 1 to 60. These are just some of the many useful Burning Crusade guides you can find on my channel, and soon I'll publish a lot more you definitely don't want to miss, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Peace.